We'll react to this video. This is fire. This is gonna be fire. 342.
Maine do for work? A question as old as time, and after a whole 5 minutes of research, I feel that I am now qualified to speak on the matter. Starting off with Adam Warlock, with his incredible knowledge of space and his want to.
What does your Marvel main do for work? Chat. Let me know who your main is in the comments below, so I can judge you guys. Let's do this.
Your Marvel rivals Maine.
I'm just gonna be munching on some McDonald's.
A question as old as time, and after a whole 5 minutes of research, I feel that I am now qualified to speak on the matter. Starting off with Adam Warlock, with his incredible knowledge of space and his want to better mankind, there's only really one job for him. He is the perfect human being at it. That's right, Adam Warlock would be a tour guide at NASA. Imagine someone coming up trying to claim that the moon landing was fake, just for a golden god to walk beside them, ask them politely yet firmly to keep any and all misinformation to a minimum, while redirecting the following crowd to the nearest food court. Black Panther. Coming from his kingdom of Wakanda and his people's advancement in technology, it would absolutely give Black Panther an edge in his career path. Now, what is his career? That's right, you guessed it, next-gen tech guru. I'm talking Steve Jobs, but your iPhone is made with vibranium. Think about it. You can drive for space. It won't crack. Interdimensional phone calls, no problem.
That'd be
the
lit.
Vibraphones got you covered with their new
The Vibraphone.
mobile plan. You still won't be able to access the battery though. Black Widow. Now Black Widow's actually a tough one. Being that she's a spy/assassin, she would have to have a job that would fully utilize her expertise, which is why she would be the perfect car repossession agent. Can't make your payments on time? Crazy. Where'd your card go? You could have sworn that you left to go get groceries, yet somehow you're back at home. You've been drugged. You never left. And your car's been repossessed. Enjoy your bad credit. Captain America. Due to his combat experience, strong moral compass, and the fact that he was born with all the qualities of a great leader, Captain America would make an excellent podcast host. Think Joe Rogan, but like infinitely worse. He'd invite some celebrity guests on, preach to them about American values, then look confused if anyone makes any references to
Because the military man going to the military. It
2011.
just doesn't make
Isn't
sense.
it crazy to think that Steve was defrosted in 2011 and went from The Lost Weekend to Puss in Boots, Real Steel, and Spy Kids 4. They made a fourth one? Guys, we gotta take a break. If this video gets 100 likes, I will watch Spy Kids 4 and do an entire deep dive review of the movie. This is not a joke. I genuinely
Let's see. 100 likes. Oh, he's cooked. All right.
didn't realize they made a fourth one. Lately, I felt my entire life was somewhat incomplete, and I think this might be what I've been missing. There's absolutely 0% chance that this movie is good. Cloak and Dagger. After reading up about how they both receive their powers, I feel like it's only fair that they become dare motivational speakers. But I also feel like it would backfire heavily. Hey kids, remember, don't do drugs. Otherwise, you'll be able to shift between the realms as per your want. And if you
Most least casual schizophrenic user.
think of picking up that crack pipe, just remember, you will be able to harness the power of light. No, but like for real, drugs are bad. Doctor Strange. I mean, I feel like it would be somewhat obvious that the surgeon, Doctor Strange, might be, in fact, a surgeon.
But we don't have the fucking Cap in the military? That's
because I am who I am. He will do something that would better benefit mankind. That's right. We're talking the perfect Uber driver. Hey, man, I got this meeting. I have to get there by 11. Hurry it up, and then your Uber driver starts throwing
fucking
up gang
portals.
signs. Suddenly, you're there. And to make it even better, if you ever give him anything other than a 5-star review, he will simply go to a timeline where you did. Emma Frost.
Oh,
Emma Frost would absolutely be the CEO of some sort of fancy hotel chain. They will charge you for every single sheet of toilet paper that you use, but you really can't complain because you actually booked the hotel. And the view is phenomenal. Also, so is the scenery. At the same time, I can also picture her owning a luxury fashion brand, similar to Gucci, but like stuff that actually looks good. I mean, she clearly has talent. She took one look at Jeff and immediately thought, damn, that's a good-looking handbag. Rude. Guys, I gotta be honest, I don't know many places that would be willing to hire a tree.
Poor Jeff.
But at the same time, I also don't know of any places that would turn down the opportunity to do so. I feel like he would do really well.
I mean, if he can plant trees and, like, branch himself off, hire him at a paper mill. You know what I mean? Just creates a few branches every other week.
Landscaping, just as long as someone else
I guess
deals
that
with
works too.
customers. Plus, he might also be a huge insurance liability. I mean, can you imagine
What if he
driving
gets
down
a
the road and all of
landscape?
sudden you see a tree walking around with a weed eater? I know, I
Yeah.
turn to look. And if you wouldn't do the same, yeah, you would. Hawkeye. I don't mean to throw shade towards Clint, okay? But his resume is actually somehow worse than Groot. Like, I really can't even think of a job that would require a high level of accuracy with a bow, outside of maybe the military or hunting. But
He thinks the military, you're using a bow. The military. But he didn't put Captain America in there. Bro, put Hawkeye at a fucking Renaissance fair. Like, bro, let me cook.
Hawkeye would run a carnival stall.
Yeah,
So
there we
once
go.
the
Okay,
games are
yeah.
rigged, nah, man. See, look, I just shot the arrow. If I can hit it, so could you. Yeah, I cheated. Hawkeye. Let's be real. Hawkeye. Hella, goddess of the underworld, sister to
Metal
Loki
artist.
and Thor. The ability to suck the soul out of your body by just being in her presence.
Her and Magic got a band.
And with that stacked resume, she would be the perfect fit for the local DMV. You
That-
get her
yeah.
license, take a number, have a seat, and you will never be able to walk out. The chair has become your tomb.
She
You will
throws
never
out
hear your name called.
tickets,
And every time you go up
like
and
her
ask, how
spears.
many other people are in front of you? She simply says, it's coming up, but it never does. Hulk. See, this one's going to be a bit tough. See, Bruce Banner's going to be a nuclear physicist. However, the more interesting part, Hulk is going to be a full-time Elden Ring streamer / speedrunner. Guys, make sure to follow at twitch.tv/TheRealIncredibleHulk. We never got to see the depths of his rage in the MCU, but one thing is for certain, he is not clearing Melania without transforming at least
Oh
once.
yeah,
And
easily.
every time he gets
I'd watch
angry,
that.
he gets to watch his speedrun timer trickle by since his giant Hulk hands cannot fully press down on the buttons of his controller. And me personally, I'd watch that like daily. That's peak entertainment right there. Human Torch. Human Torch would basically be like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but if he had superpowers, dude would be in every single movie. And for some reason, no matter what the movie, it's always the same character. Like, dude, please,
Yeah.
for the love of God. I get that turning yourself into a pillar of fire is cool and all, but dude, could we get someone else other than Johnny Storm to fill this role? I mean, who else applied to the role? Invisible Woman. Sue would be a research scientist on the verge of a breakthrough to find out what these Spider-Man players are smoking. Like, good lord, half of you people can't even be human. Invisible Woman is like the loving mother who comes home every day with a smile on her face, even though she just got to see the stupidity of man in full force. Real talk,
My
I
mom
think
coming home from
Invisible
work every
Woman
day.
could
I
fuck, 'cause,
got
that's the only
McDonald's.
thing that is stopping. You know what I mean? Iron Fist. I feel like Iron
When
Fist
is he finding all these images? These are
Champion
peak.
dojo in the middle of downtown LA. You can teach martial arts, ranging from like the ability to block an overhead strike all the way up to you can elbow block a nuclear bomb. He also would never repair a wall he can fly.
All right, class today. We're learning, you know, casual overhand strike. Put your left arm up, and then you attack with a gut punch. Day 2, home. You just drop a fucking nuke when you just blocks it.
They kick in his legs.
Oh.
Just gaslight the entire class that they're just not
sucks.
trying hard enough. Iron Man. Similar to Black Panther, Tony would own a technology company. But this time it actually revolved around his nanotech. But instead of using it as a way to advance mankind as a whole, he would simply just market it as a way of changing clothes faster. Don't have time to put on your pants? No worries, nanotech is here.
Nano
You can even do
pants.
underwear. Think rip-off pants, but like in reverse. Jeff.
Cool.
Upon first laying eyes on this dubious little creature, I too thought
Does it work
he
in the
was
shower?
perfect
Good question.
aquarium mascot. However, upon further review, I believe his prison tattoos and gang affiliation would disqualify him from most legal lines of work. Which is why I believe he would resort to drug and weapon smuggling, sprinkle in a little bit of human trafficking here and there. I mean, seriously, have you seen him eat an entire team of superheroes and villains? Now imagine what he could do with little crack. Loki, a masterful liar, professional gaslighter, and wants
Car
nothing
salesman.
more than to see the world burn, if only to keep himself warm. For these reasons, this is why Loki would make the perfect car insurance adjuster. No, seriously, I pay for the insurance.
Chat. We're the same.
Every month. Why are you arguing with me when I didn't even cause the accident? I know you're having to increase my monthly premium. It's the 18th month in a row. Kinda concerning, since I haven't so much as received a traffic violation. Yes, I know I can't go without car insurance as it is the law to have it. Seriously though, what is up with these insurance prices? Who is in charge? Luna Snow. I
Oh
mean,
my
she's
gosh.
a K-pop star, but that's only her part-time gig.
Yeah, I was about to
Luna
say,
is
come
a
on now.
full-time snow cone shop owner. Seriously, I live in Texas, and
That's
during
not
the
bad.
summer, if I had the ability to make ice as per my want, I'd be unstoppable. And because I'm making the video, that means Luna also has to have the same sort of gremlin type energy that I have.
Real.
So she's just gonna be making some snow cones for everybody.
I mean,
All
hell,
while
W Summer
blasting
Gig.
her latest album, and her shop's gonna be packed. Although I am concerned that she seems to be friends with Jeff. Someone really needs to check up on her. And speaking of gremlin energy, Magic. Okay, this might sound a little strange, but I feel like Magic would be a tattoo artist. Like, not necessarily a good one, but one of the shady tattoo artists that would give you a mystery option on the menu, where you spin a roulette wheel for like $50, and then Magic gets a tattoo whatever it lands on. Either that, or she'd be like a cashier at Hot Topic. Magneto.
Yeah.
Look, I understand mutants are discriminated against. That's super important to him. That's kind of the whole point of his character. I understand that he might probably be like a political figure. But I also feel like old man Magneto would go crazy on an industrial hydraulic press. I don't really know what I know for a fact that I personally
he's just letting shit go, you know, with his own brain at that point. That's pretty cool.
I feel like Magneto would at least consider the option. Mantis. Mantis would actually be the best psychiatrist ever. Imagine walking in, you lay down on her weird couch chair thing, go to tell her what's wrong, and then get slapped in the face with a bag of sleep powder, and suddenly face to face with your demons. And you can't wake up until you face your fears. Actually, now that I'm saying that out loud, maybe her methods would require some sort of like advanced notice, or some sort of like...
I mean, can't she just like touch people and be able to read their emotions and then give a solution?
Implementation. But I mean, I feel like it would be like pretty effective, right? Mr. Fantastic. He is the smartest man alive. He wouldn't need to work. I mean, clearly he would have some sort of research lab or something, but every time he would need some sort of funding, he'd just pop out of his bunk and be like, hey guys, I'm not pressed for cash at the moment, so I solved world hunger. Using this device I saw in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball. Like he would never have need for money. Moon Knight. Yep. Moon Knight would be a private...
He's a drug seller.
Investigator. Constantly looking out for the
I guess that works
duo
too.
who is constantly one step ahead of him. And who are those people? Also him. Dude would rob a gas station, jump in the passenger seat, swap personalities, then get in the driver's seat, speed away, only to show up 30 minutes later with an obviously fake mustache and ask the store attendant, which direction did those hooligans run off to? Brother would solve all of his cases if he just checked the trunk of his own car. Namor would be a stalker. Dude has an entire continent filled with people who are loyal to him. But he's out here trying to convince Invisible One to leave her husband for the fish guy. Guy would be on Dr. Phil in like 3 days tops. Penny, robotics engineer, perhaps a pilot, pioneering her way into becoming a tech giant that would rival both Black Panther and Iron Man. All of these are incorrect answers. Penny would be an Amazon warehouse regional manager. Isn't it crazy how one mech can do the work of 100 people? Doesn't need labor laws or a bathroom break. Even has a built-in Bluetooth speaker.
Oh, fuck yeah.
400%, and productivity is up another 90. Thank you, Penny. My next day delivery of lawn chairs will be arriving on time because of your efforts. Psylocke. I feel like Psylocke would run like a ghost demon hunting YouTube channel. Everyone thinks she's crazy and entertaining, but no, she's finding them. She's finding ghosts and demons. Like, she's still crazy, but she's putting work down at the local cemetery. And on top of that, she has psychic powers. I don't really know how that'd help her in the job market, but if I had psychic powers, I'd be putting that down in my resume.
You just outread people.
Rocket 1000% would own a scrapyard. Especially if it came with one of those giant magnets and car crushers.
Yeah!
Kleptomaniac would go absolutely wild.
Kleptomaniac?
I mean, think
what the fuck is a kleptomaniac? Hold on, chat. I gotta look that up. Kleptomaniac. Wait, hold on. Kleptomaniac? No, kleptomaniac. Impulsive control disorder that results in. It's just people who love to steal.
Car batteries, he would have access to. It's
Nice.
like basically giving a child a candy store or a homeless dude meth. He would never.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Look, after how she was treated in the second Doctor Strange movie, yes, I'm still bitter. I feel like Wanda would make an excellent grief counselor, but with like some sort of supervision. Because I still don't really trust her to be alone.
She just goes into your
good
forehead.
Lord, last thing we need is for her to start rewriting reality because a therapy session didn't go well. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's smart.
He's
I know
a street artist.
A scientist in some of the comics, but let's be real. Dude works for the main character of Marvel. Mr. J. Jonah Jameson, your boy. Marvel Rivals, I'm begging you, please release announcer packs. If I could replace Galactico with your boy Jameson, I would do it in a heartbeat. Yeah, Spider-Man, nice pictures. Here's $50 for your broke ass. Squirrel Girl. I'm pretty sure lore-wise, she's actually like a computer scientist, but today she's a
shoot.
park ranger. Can you
Whoa.
imagine how clean the national parks would be if she was in charge?
You just
Oh,
make
you
all the
accidentally
squirrels do
dropped
everything.
a can and littered.
Guess
You
what?
get hit with
Squirrels got
12
you.
acorns as the squirrels in the trees have been watching you the
Oh,
entire
wait,
time.
even better,
Now that I'm
yeah.
saying that out loud, it actually sounds more like a premise to a Hallmark horror movie, but still, Park Ranger.
Cool,
And
yeah.
the movie would be peak. Star-Lord.
Yeah,
Star-Lord
my
worked at,
God.
like a Radio Shack.
Hell
But since
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're shut down everywhere, he would have to transfer over to become the new Guy Fieri. Driving around town in his
Yeah.
food truck, blasting old rock
Chilling,
music.
yeah.
We all know he doesn't have insurance or a food
Nope.
handler's license. Man is leaving Earth the first time he gets into a car accident. But the better question is, what type of food would he be selling? Storm.
Tacos.
Storm would absolutely be a meteorologist. Or a
Oh, yeah,
hairdresser.
easy.
I mean, look at her hair. She's got that
It's gorgeous.
shit locked down. And I refuse to believe she pays someone to do that to her hair daily. But as a meteorologist, she'd be loved by everyone. The only weather woman
She can
who
literally
isn't a
control,
lying
like-
scumbag. Oh, Storm said there'd be a 0% chance of rain. Sick. Guess I'll finally wash my car and take my loving family on that picnic I was promising them. But any other weather person, yeah,
Can't trust, yeah.
0% chance of rain. But somehow
It
they managed to
rains.
miss the tropical storm that's been slowly making landfall, and now your freshly clean car rained on. Your
Oh, no.
picnic's ruined. Your wife is currently leaving with the kids to go stay with her mother. I
No.
hate you, weatherman.
No.
Lying fuck. Punisher. Well, due to the fact that he's a criminal, it'd be incredibly difficult for Frank to find a job outside of some sort of shady business. That being
Yeah.
said, the idea of the Punisher being a mall cop is too good of a mental image to pass up. Can you imagine this 6'2", 320-pound Gears of War looking ass character riding up on you on a Segway with a bike helmet on, asking you to stop loitering? Dude is
It'd be kinda
basically
fire.
G.I. Joe Paul Blart, the Thing. Look, I understand that he's an experienced pilot and all, but I mean, look at the guy.
Oh, he is?
He's from Brooklyn. Listen to him. You know he can make some dough. And get Johnny to work with him on the weekends, you got a portable brick oven, all right? That's all I gotta say. The pizzas are gonna be flying off the shelf. Dude will be a millionaire by Tuesday. Plus, with the accent, you automatically trust the guy.
Guess you
I'm
could
so-
say
I'm
his
so British.
pizzas are The Rock.
Throwing the name of his pizza place, though, and I'll have to get back to you on that one. Okay, so give me a break here, all right? Thor.
okay.
All right, hear me out. I feel like Thor would go crazy on a construction site.
Oh,
He's already
yeah.
got the hammer. Oh no, I need my batteries for my drills to be charged. Your boy Thor's got you. Plus, everyone's gonna be drinking, so
He'd
he'd
be a
fit
great
right in.
electrician.
The only downside is I don't think Thor would stand a chance against an OSHA safety inspector. I'm
Oh,
also
no.
fairly certain that OSHA doesn't have anything in their rule book to stop a god from flying up and down some scaffolding, but I can guarantee you he's still going to get a hefty fine. Thor could defeat Thanos, Loki, and Hela, who would stand absolutely zero shot at beating the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Ultron. Ultron would be a rogue AI developer. Dude would make a chat GPT clone, would insert AI ethics into every conversation ironically. Not enough for it to be concerning, but enough to notice. The more you use Ultron GPT, the more Ultron learns of humanity's greatest plights. Like how to do basic math, random hypotheticals, and asking for the dumbest stories imaginable. Man was on the internet for less than
Yeah.
5 minutes and immediately understood that humanity was a failed species. And
Real.
honestly, I think the funniest part about the whole thing is that whatever Ultron Google searched, he can't clear it. Newsflash, if you clear your internet browsing history, no you didn't. Your internet provider knows exactly what you search, and they are 100% judging you for it. Who pays for
I bet they
Ultron's internet bill? Venom, professional food challenge YouTuber. Picture this. Think of Beard Meets Food, but with Venom. Instead of getting a Diet Coke to help
I love that
ease
channel.
digestion, he just gets up at the table and starts twerking. Me personally, I'd watch that. I might even give it
Just-
a like. And heck, if I'm feeling especially kind, I might even hit that little seductive subscribe button. Oh, what's that? It's
What the
free.
f-
Dear God, I'm sorry. Winter
Why is
Soldier,
he so bad?
basketball superstar.
Oh, yeah.
I know he's not the tallest person, but the dude can dunk. Look at how much airtime he gets when he goes up for an ult. Oh,
True.
but he's a super soldier. He'd automatically be disqualified. Watch Bucky dunk. Look at me in the eyes and tell me that isn't the tightest shit you've seen all day. We're bringing Larry Bird back. Wolverine. Yeah. Yeah. Round 2, you fucking bitch.
The
Oh, look at
music,
me.
no.
I can pick up tanks and throw them off the map. How about you pick up a job application? You got a
Done.
healing factor, yet your credit score still ain't recovering. Been around
Damn.
since the 1800s, yet the only thing you got to show for yourself is a couple of quarters and
Damn.
nicotine addiction.
Damn.
Adamantium infused in your skeleton, but no cash in your bank account. You have 76 restraining orders, all of which you have violated. You can't see your kids. You can't see over the steering wheel.
Damn.
Booster seat with your ass.
Damn.
But you don't even got to worry about that because your car's been repossessed.
By Black
Boy,
Widow.
I'm projecting. Cyclops was cooler
Oh
anyway.
my god.
I hate you. I hate.
Nice. That was awesome. That was peak. Peak cinema. Peak cinema.